So, sir, can you please introduce yourself and tell me about your background and all?
Yeah. I'm Vamsi Udayagiri. I'm the founder and CEO of Hesa. I have 12 years of supply chain experience and then another 8 years of working in rural domains. So with this experience, I have started Hesa, which is a rural commerce startup wherein we help end consumers to buy multiple categories of products and services through a trusted digital network. When I say digital, we have a village level entrepreneur in the village who uses our digital platform called Hesa, and through this digital intervention, he or she will help end consumers to order anything that a household needs. See, unlike an urban scenario where you have multiple apps where you can order anything, that's not the case with rural. You need to
Yes.
actually go out of the village to a nearby town or a district headquarters to actually do as basic a transaction. So that's where we have started this, commerce startup. Yeah, I come from a supply chain background. I'm a bachelor of mechanical engineering. I come from a village which is closer to Vijayanagaram, which has 200 houses. So always I have that understanding towards rural, and that's where I started this.
Your ability is really great. I can understand why it is started and all. Thank you. So can you please tell me about your revenue model or the main competitions right now you have?
See, we have kind of created a very unique model because again, it again based on the need of the need of the hour, because you cannot categorize or service one category of products into rural because it doesn't make any economic sense. Like for example, if I'm only into agri inputs and if I go to a village of 5,000 population, that will not get me enough revenues for me to go and sustain. So that's why we've created this entire uh, you know product range which the end customer wants. See, if I'm an end customer living in a village, I need agri inputs, I need seeds, fertilizers, I need machinery, I need cattle feed, I need shampoos, soaps, I need, atta, essentials, everything, I need. And that's where we kind of created a, this kind of a model. So that way, we are unique. There is no direct competition. But yes, see, anybody who is into an agri tech or anybody who is into a fintech or anybody who is into a commerce are a competition. But really, it doesn't make sense for them to go and operate, especially in villages beyond tier 4 and 5, because it doesn't make economic sense. And that's where we are kind of unique. But yeah, there are some models like Frontier Markets, there are One Bridge, there are Rojana, Will Cart, like that, who are into certain categories of products and services.
Implementing to address sustainability for agriculture or anything, what different technologies did you use till now?
See, today, if you ask, there are a lot of precision agriculture, tools or farming methods that have been already, there. But actually, see, the thing is, if there is something called natural farming, which the farmers have been doing for ages. Today, the biggest challenge is, I agree that the productivity levels have to increase, but more than that, the biggest challenge for the farmers is whether they are getting the right MSP or whether they are getting the right market linkages. See, today, other than anything that a farmer produces, any product you see, there is something called MRP, but that's not there with the farm produce. Like today, you go to any mall or or a shopping whatever mall or shop, you have a certain MRP through which you buy it, but that's not the case with the agri produce, and that's where the biggest challenge that we need to address. But having said that, yes, we have actually helped farmers to do a better soil testing. We've actually used drones for better spraying. Then we have a lot of these machinery which will help them enhance profitability. Again, as I said, one is increasing the profitable productivity, but more important is whatever I increase, but end of the day, right, getting right MSP is the farmer's challenge, and that's what we try to address. And
Yes.
another thing is, see, today the farmer, let's take an example what we are doing in Orissa. We have around 3,000 women who produced groundnut, and they used to sell in the open market. Obviously, let's say the groundnut is at X rupees, which they are selling per kg. What we have helped them is, we have helped them with a setup of cold pressed oil unit where they only process a cold pressed oil. So rather than X amount, they are getting now 3x 4x, because today they are selling the product at a value, so their income levels have increased. So these are the kind of interventions that we have done, because what we believe is, if we can actually have right interventions with the farmers, where we help them either with productivity or with guaranteed market linkages,
Yes.
along with proper, finance solutions. That's what farmer is looking for and what we are trying to solve.
Yeah, that's great, sir. Do you want to scale up in the future?
Obviously, any founder, any entrepreneur who has started would like to actually have, India as a market. And in fact, with our kind of a model, we also have a global appeal. We started with Andhra, Telangana. Today we are there in 5 states. We have, presence in almost 1 lakh villages, directly or indirectly. We have, almost reached a 1 crore rural population. So
Wow.
obviously we would like to expand this further to the, western and northern parts of the India. And also in years to come, we would like to take this to certain countries of Africa, Bangladesh, like that, where there is a direct relevance of, our kind of a model.
How do you plan to acquire customers?
See, there are two customers for us. One is the end customer as such, who is looking to buy products. Second thing is, as it is very tough to go and reach an end customer in a village, we have something called as village level entrepreneurs, or we have multiple channels, like where we acquire farmer producer organizations, where we acquire self-help groups, like our cooperative societies, like that. So that for that, we have a combination of, three things. One is completely physical, where we have field force on our ground who are present at a district level, mandal level, who go and onboard these, Hesaathis or village level entrepreneurs. Second thing is, we also reach through digital means, because a lot of these, potential entrepreneurs in the village are already there on digital, and we try to reach out to them. Third is, we also do through an institutional tie-up, like where we tie up with, organizations like NABARD, Will Grow, all these organizations, where they have, their target segment, and then we onboard these village level entrepreneurs.
Okay. What are the main challenges do you face normally?
See, I mean, as for me, I like running a business itself is a challenge, and that too at a, we are operating at a geography which is completely physical, and where there needs to be a physical intervention, where there is a heavy amount of logistics involved, a lot of warehousing involved, and all. So I think to create something like this itself is a challenging, but I think, uh, mostly challenges used to be initially operational challenges, where, products don't you go in time, or, there has been some returns, or, you know uh, A product has to go, but B product has gone, something like that. So that's where, operationally we kind of, challenges will be there. Then that's how we try to solve it through digitally, by creating, I don't know, technology platforms and all. And we have a kind of centralized, teams or centralized dashboard, where we know that, okay, what are the kind of, transactions happening based on the trends and all. Then we accordingly, you know, uh, kind of, only promote those kind of a products or services. So, yeah, I mean, to answer your question, I think, in a day-to-day basis, there are a lot of operational challenges to manage your teams, to manage interdependency between, inter teams, as well as with your suppliers, with your vendors, and also, with other stakeholders.
Your innovative approach is really great, sir, for problem solving and all. Uh, what is your target market right now?
That's what I said. I think, our see anybody, see, typically this is called a social commerce model, like wherein, see, if
Okay.
you are ordering, that's called, e-commerce, and if a group of people order, that's called a social commerce. And wherever there is a relevance of groups coming together, like, that's where, especially, these things come when you are away from the cities, where, because, see, today the problem is, you also can go to a village and order, but Amazon will not deliver, because it doesn't make sense for Amazon to deliver one single product. Rather, here one person is ordering on behalf of 30 people, 50 people. So that's where the basket size increases, and it makes economic sense. So wherever there is, this kind of a rural, or where there is a kind of social, group kind of a buying concept happens, that's where the relevance is. And as I said, at least as per, our understanding, there are 40, 45 countries in the world where our kind of a model can be replicated. But again, it takes certain time for us to mature enough to get into others, geographies, and that's what we'll do over the years to come.
Okay. How do you measure success for your startup?
Multiple, ways, but, end of the day, I think, always I feel that if you are if you are earning money for your stakeholders, if you are earning money for your employees, if you are earning money for your suppliers and vendors, and most importantly, in our case, if you are able to make our village level entrepreneurs earn money, this all will happen only when the end customer is happy. And if you make the end
Yeah.
customer happy, all these stakeholders will be there. So for me, the measurement of success is, all these stakeholders, be it shareholders to employees to vendors to village level entrepreneurs, everybody should actually make money through the process that we have created, and that's what is the ultimate measurement of success for me. And
That's
while there is a lot of social component in me, for me, the personal satisfaction is like today we have created 40,000 livelihoods. Otherwise, these people would have migrated to urban, and that's again, we wanted to create 5 lakh entrepreneurs over the next 5 to 6 years. So that's the larger measurement of success. And more than anything, I think, see, today the money from villages is coming to cities, which shouldn't happen as per me. That's where the migration happens and all. If you are able to make villages, economically sustainable, viable, that's when people will actually stay in villages and go back to villages, and that's the ultimate measurement. So these are all what I measure success as.
that's very impressive, sir. Uh, what are your milestones like for short term and the long term you're looking for?
So short term obviously is to actually, while every startup has a certain phases of journey where first you need to get your model right, then you need to, impress your, stakeholders, then you need to raise funds, then you need to do follow-up rounds, then you need to have a viable, sustainable model, then you need to be EBITDA positive, where at the unit level you are positive, and then at an organization level profitable. So, and then the same cycle continues when you go to a new geographies, when you launch new products. So I think we have completed one cycle where today, like our model, we have made it sustainable. Today we are at a unit level profitable. While we are expanding, obviously there is a money needed to expand into other geographies. So we have created a model. Now we need to replicate that, and that's where the stage at which we are.
I'm really excited to see you grow. So, can I know what is your like role in your company?
See, again, when the founder starts, you need to do literally everything, like in terms of
Yeah.
doing HR job to sales job to marketing to everything, and then slowly you need to actually fill those gaps. And if you feel that, and as for me, I feel that anything that is repetitive or replicative, or there is a process that is created, I think then you need that. Then it has reached to a certain stage where you need to actually bring a person who will take care of it, and then you always should actually think ahead. So today my role is more of working on strategy, working on growth, working on how to actually scale it further, and also raising funds. So this is my role in the company.
Uh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. It was really glad meeting you and also asking you such nice questions and understanding about your company and all. I hope you will get into achieve great things in your life.
Thanks,
Thank
and
you so
same
much.
to you also.
Thank you, sir.
Same to you. Best wishes. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.